The Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. may be no more, but in their place, a new team of heroes will rise to the occasion. All this and more in the pages of Black Panther and the Agents of Wakanda, issue number 1. Let's hop on in together, shall we? Okie dokie then, so this premiere issue from Jim Zub wastes absolutely no time getting started. We had seen the Agents of Wakanda assembled in the pages of Jason Aaron's Avengers, and here we pick up with them on a mission. It would seem that a group of black market tech thieves going by the very hilarious moniker the Scavengers is attempting to obtain a bunch of old S.H.I.E.L.D. tech. Dispatched to stop them is the Wasp, Janet Van Dyne, founding member of the Avengers, who is now finding new life on this team, while, also providing this new untested outfit some very much deserved street cred and her years of superhero experience. Janet's not exactly in love with her partner this day, though, John Jameson III, aka the former astronaut, FBI agent, and occasional werewolf turned superhero. You know what, personally I've always been a big fan of Jameson and Manwolf, and I always wished they got more play in the Marvel Universe, and here it looks like I'm absolutely getting my wish. I think it's also safe to assume that this adventure either takes place right before or right after the events of Absolute Carnage, when we as the reader discover that John was actually an unwilling puppet of Carnage. The good guys save the day and defeat the Scavengers, but Jameson wolfed out in the process, and Janet isn't exactly sure if she can trust him. In fact, she doesn't know what Black Panther was thinking when it came to casting this team. Okoye, Black Panther's right-hand woman and the de facto Coulson of this brand new spy organization, tries to put Janet at ease by saying that the king has a method to his madness, and all these outcasts and weirdos are actually pretty good at what they do. Like Fat Cobra, who is one of the other living weapons who's not Iron Fist and is absolutely the best when it comes to eating food, having sick-ass tattoos, and being hilariously horny. Yeah, I know who my favorite character is, or at the very least the character I relate the most to. Now, breaking protocol for this team, Black Panther has actually stepped away from his job as chairman of the Avengers team to actually give the Agents of Wakanda their next mission, which is a fact that it has admittedly put all the other agents on edge, seeing as Black Panther was willing to get down on their level, where before he's, just sending them out to get intel and help out the Avengers from the shadows. It would seem that there is a very strange and very powerful energy signature being emitted from Middle America right now, and as such, the remaining Agents of Wakanda who aren't away on other business are all dispatched to go deal with it, with T'Challa leading the charge. When the heroes arrive on the scene, the town is completely deserted, save for some truly horrifying nightmare fuel monsters, an average day that ends in Y when you're a superhero. Now, normally fighting creatures like this would be no problem for the Agents of Wakanda, but then things start to get really strange. The monsters start talking to them in their brains, seemingly. These monsters seemingly know all of our heroes' deepest, darkest secrets and the character flaws that they hate to admit to themselves. For Janet, they bring up the fact that maybe Tony doesn't really love you, maybe no one really loves you. For Fat Cobra, it's that he's a joke and a failure and no one will ever take him seriously, and I mean, well, hey, his name is Fat Cobra, isn't it? Okoye probably gets it the hardest, though, with the monsters in her brain saying that you're a failure, you've already let the king down, this is your first mission, and it's already a huge bust. Ouch, give her a chance, won't you? Now, Cobra isn't content being trash talked like this, and as such he decides to punch his way to the truth as only a living weapon can. However, he ends up finding probably the last thing you would expect in this situation. And you know what, I'm actually going to throw up the spoiler tag on this one because this is a genuinely great twist that I did not see coming, and I would hate to ruin this for someone else out there, so last chance to back out. You see, at the center of town, the heroes end up finding the Sentry, but not just any Sentry, the newer version of the Sentry that came about at the end of Jeff Lemire's miniseries, the one that had actually fused together the personalities of the Void and Bob Reynolds, making him way more dangerous and way more focused than he's ever been before. Oh boy, this first mission might be over before it even starts for these poor guys. And so that was Black Panther and the Agents of Wakanda issue number 1, everybody, and I gotta say, ever since this team got put together in the pages of Avengers, I was so sold on wanting to get to read these guys' adventures, and thanks to Jim Zub, I get to do just that, and this first issue most definitely did not disappoint. Jim Zub wastes absolutely no time getting the ball rolling here. You literally don't need to know anything else about these characters to hop right on in and enjoy what's going on. There's a little action, a little comedy, really high stakes, especially at the end, and some truly wonderful Marvel deep cuts that are going to warm longtime fans' hearts. I know my heart was warmed. And that's even before we talk about Lan Medina's art, who probably puts in some of the best work of their career right here, right now. Love the design work on the agent suits, the whole red and white contrast with the African theming on it. It's really iconic looking stuff. All in all, I thought this was an excellent first issue, and if you're on the fence about reading this book, get off the fence, because this is some great comic book right here. Overall, I would give it a 9 out of 10. Hey there everyone, it's your pal Cape Joel again, and if you're seeing my face right now, that means you watched to the end of the video, and I'll always be grateful for that. Retention helps in this crazy YouTube game, and so does becoming a patron. If you head on down to the description, you can find a link to my Patreon page. Recently just redid all the tiers, a lot of cool stuff offering up there, exclusive commentaries, exclusive polls, behind the scenes concept art for Capes and Quest. That's the brand new D&D show I've started soon. Never been a better time to become a patron. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month and help the channel grow, and help me continue to deliver content like what you just saw. So I want to thank you all, and I will see you again next time. Bye bye.